up-and-coming names. Here are your starting five. Thomas, Matthias, Johnson, Graham and Boone. And there's a real example of some household basketball names, as well as some maybe that you're not so familiar with, but are making their way and growing as the competition progresses. And the bench is full of talent as well. Coach Prunty has certainly been gifted with a wonderful roster himself, plenty of international experience, head coach of Great Britain between 2013 and 2017, as well as an absolute ton of NBA experience to lead the way. He's certainly been out in the media prior to today's game, even though they've qualified. He said they're not going to take it lightly. As we look at the Bahamas starting five: Bridgewater, Thompson, Munnings, Taylor and Nesbitt. Some real stars in there as well. Look out for Dominic Bridgewater, seen as the bright future for USA, going up against David Nesbitt. And we're underway here in San Juan, Puerto Rico, as the Bahamas take on the USA. AmeriCup 2022 qualifier. A real David and Goliath affair. But we know how that story ended, and how much would the Bahamas love for a repeat of that. Strong move to the basket. Great opening play by Dominic Bridgewater. As I said in the build-up, the 20-year-old is seen as the bright future of basketball in the Bahamas. And in plays like that, you can see why he's been touted. Johnson now moves the ball to Matthias. No good. Boone swats it back to Johnson. Johnson floats inside. Lovely soft right hand. Not enough, but Boone once again. 2 offensive rebounds in the opening 45 seconds for Josh Boone. Shot goes up from distance. No joy. Joe Johnson now going up against Michael Thompson. Rebound ultimately falls into the hands of Graham. He comes back out to Thomas. Nails the three. It's a big shot for Isaiah Thomas. Bridgewater now moves it to Nesbitt. Another three attempt from Nesbitt. A little bit heavy on that one. Coach Matthias pulls down the rebound. Isaiah Thomas putting Bridgewater to score and drains another three. And you can see the intention from Thomas straight away. He's setting the tone, taking control of the game early. Shot goes up, no good. And at the moment, Bahamas are settling for very low percentage, tough opportunities. Isaiah Thomas, another three. My goodness me, what a way to start the game. Isaiah Thomas, back-to-back-to-back triples. And winning the game on his own shoulders at the moment. 9-point lead for the USA. It sets the screen. Rolls into the low post against Matthias. Turns away, Boone. Backing his teammate up and swats it. Josh Boone with a great start to the game as well. As expected, they've swapped, but Isaiah Thomas with another three. This time he misses. Rotation on the defensive assignments may have paid some dividends. And now they've got the mismatch in the low post. Isaiah Thomas marking, guarding it back to the basket. Bridgewater for three. He comes up short. At the moment, the Bahamas offense lacks structure, lacks flow. Now they've got the mismatch they wanted as Joe Johnson works against Bridgewater. Boone barrels his way to the basket and draws the foul. He'll head to the free throw line.
First, personal foul number 9, Taylor.
Josh Boone, 56 games in a New Jersey Nets uniform. Also, some time spent in Illawarra in Australia in the NBL. A real good league. Seeing more and more NBA talent heading there. Nesbitt. Oh, nails the three. And eventually he got one to drop. Third attempt, here's Isaiah Thomas again, being harassed by Bridgewater, and what a test for the young man. Great play by Nesbitt. Can't keep it in bounds though. Isaiah Thomas is going to get called for the foul though, I think, pushing Nesbitt out of bounds.
First personal foul number 4.
Sideline possession for the Bahamas. Taylor heads across to inbound. Does so to Nesbitt. USA switching almost 1 through 5 at the moment defensively. Oh, it looked like a clean steal, but the officials have called it. Matthias pulling the ball away.
First personal foul
Munnings.
number 5. Dakota Matthias.
It's the first of his 2. Had a great game against Mexico in their first game of this qualifier. 16 points and 3 rebounds. Travis Munnings in that one. Misses the second though, and Boone pulls down another rebound. Such a dominant rebounder, Josh Boone. Ice is open, doesn't take it though. Great ball movement here by USA, such selfless play. Boone back to the basket. Good defense by Nesbitt though. Locks Josh Boone out of the action. Sealed him down way too low. Nesbitt for 3. Comes up short again, but Nesbitt doesn't seem to be someone who's too shy to shoot the 3. Starks uses the Boone screen. Got the mismatch they wanted. Thomas will feed Boone in the low post. Fast drives inside, draws the foul off Nesbitt. Can't get the score. But the intricacy and selfless nature of the USA offense is impressive. Bringing the team together. The majority of these guys not played together. None of them have featured in the America Cup qualifiers so far. All of them picking up their first action in this year's competition. As we see Thompson heading to the bench for the Bahamas and Kentuan Smith coming in. I think at the moment the Bahamas are a little bit in the headlights, trying to gain some headlines for themselves. Not much team offense on show for them. Matthias hits the first of his 2 free throws. And drops the second as well. USA lead now up to 7. As we see Rashad James come in for Dakota Matthias. Let's see what the Bahamas have. They trail by 7 at the moment. They've shown glimmers of what they can do. They just need to a bit more team ethos on the offensive end. At the moment it's very much one-on-one, and we see it again from Munnings. This time he gets it to go though. Brandon Bass now with possession as he brings it up over the half. There, Thomas. Wide open for 3. Misses this time. 3 from 5 from outside. Bass now against Mackey and makes him pay. Gets the score. 12-season NBA career for Brandon Bass from 2005 to 2017. So much experience. Munnings nails another jumper, but once again the Bahamas are reliant on individual talent rather than team basketball. Bahamas back within 5 though. A little under 5 to play in this first quarter. Isaiah Thomas now brings it back out. Good quick ball movement. Isaiah Thomas in the corner is going to draw the foul off David Nesbitt. This is his second foul of the game. I imagine that'll force a change. We see a change for the USA. Adrian Graham comes out of the game and in comes James Nunnally. Yeah, Nesbitt's going to have to head to the bench after picking up his second foul. Long inbound pass to Bass. Bass looking to go to work straight away and just barrels his way to the basket. Tries a little bully basketball, doesn't pay off this time. The Bahamas defense stands strong. Munnings, another jumper, no good. Swatted back by James, but Bahamas hold on to it. Munnings does get the score this time. He's up to 9 points already. Isaiah Thomas brings it up over the half, drives inside and is swatted away This time by Tavario Miller. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Miller. Certainly had an impact since coming on the floor. Provides him with a bit more size, a bit more intensity on the boards. Strong move to the basket. No good for Bridgewater. Drive to the basket for Rashad James. The ball is knocked away. Isaiah Thomas takes a seat on the bench. Bahamas defense has certainly gone up a gear or two as the first quarter has progressed. Thurman now has to come back out. Jab step from Nunnally, side step for the jumper is good. Heavily contested jump shot, but still gets it to go, James Nunnally. Munnings again, providing the only answer that the Bahamas have at the moment. 10 points personal for Travis Munnings. At the moment, it's a free-flowing, almost scrimmage-esque game as we see Brandon Bass, the 35-year-old, drop another jumper. Munnings puts up a contested three. Too heavy with this one. Nunnally with the rebound. Looking ahead. Nunnally's going to use the pick and roll from Bass. Doesn't take it this time, though. Comes back to Barber instead. Hesitation, spin, hands it off to Bass. Shot clock down to 5. Been thrown away, so it's going to be a turnover and a little bit of miscommunication between the USA players at the moment. And Coach Prunty goes to his notes. Such an experienced coach. Taken over, obviously, the head coach for this qualification window as assistant coach back in November. There he drives to the basket, kicks it back out, and Miller hits the long two. Bahamas within 3. And we might have billed this as what most were going to consider to be a one-sided affair, but at the moment the Bahamas are holding their own. Under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. James looking to line up the offense. The Bass with a hesitation, just drives so strong to the basket. Gets the roll in the end. Quick first step. A man of that size. Miller hands it off to Roll. Roll looks to skip inside, cuts through the paint. Nice little hesitation dribble, but the defense followed him well. And Pat Barber managed to knock it away, but it's come off a USA player, so the Bahamas roster as well. Just as much as the USA have. Jump shot goes up, that's the long two. The roll isn't favourable and the USA will come away with it. Barber now, spin move. Kicks it out. Thurman drives inside, looks to put the Thunder down. And that one springs away. Miller floats in. The defense is too tough for him in the paint, though. Thurman. Off the back of the iron and away. Neither team really finding their flow on the offensive end as we enter the final minute of this first quarter. Apart from the opening flurry from Isaiah Thomas, no one's really dominated. Munnings has played well for the Bahamas. Into the hands of Nunnally, nails a three. James Nunnally Second three of the game. He's up to 6 points alongside Brandon Bass. USA being led in scoring though by Isaiah Thomas. Carey now. 5 seconds left on the quarter clock. Carey goes inside and gets the score. That's a tough play by Michael Carey. And that'll be the end of the first 10 minutes and a relatively level battle so far. Second quarter underway here in San Juan. America Cup 2022 qualifier. End of the first quarter, Bahamas 19, USA 25. James attacks the basket, kicks it out to Thurman. He comes up short with an air ball. I think the foul's going to be called as Carey pushes on the out of bounds. So it'll be a sideline possession for the USA. Joe Johnson there on the bench. How much experience has he got? 1,276 NBA games is the answer. Ball kicked out. Nunnally, no good. Rebounding fight. Come off the hands of Treshawn Thurman. So it'll be a Bahamas ball. Roll now. Advances it over the half, guarded by Cat Barber. Into the hands of a sweet stroke from Kentuan Smith. The Bahamas are within 3. Certainly not intimidated by the opposition, that's for sure. Great quick hands, quick feet, and the Bahamas away in transition. Roll now as the USA retreat quickly enough and reset their defensive structure. Carey going up against Thurman. Nice inside pass. Oh, and the softest of touches, not enough from Miller. Barber now brings it the other way. Good defense. Well scooped in by Smith. Tempo's picked up here at the start of the second. Smith with an up and under play. Showing some smooth style. So much experience, and you never hear anything but good words about Coach Prunty when you speak to players. He really is a player's coach. Isaiah Thomas back into the action for the USA. Bridgewater has been assigned him again. He's only dropped 3 triples on him last time. Let's see what he does to him this time. Foul's going to be called on Dominic Bridgewater. First team foul of the quarter for the Bahamas. Matthias now. Feeds Bass, back out to Matthias. Little big man, little man game going on. Matthias for the jumper, hits the 2, draws the foul from Tavario Miller. Big play by Dakota Matthias. Smart play. Miller comes flying out and clatters him, shaking his head, but it's a clear foul. Miller will head to the bench, and Thompson will come back into the action. Also back in. For the USA is Nunnally. USA lead out to 4, 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Thompson now, backdoor pass, oh, a reverse alley-oop at the source, Kentuan Smith. Wonderful highlight play, wonderful find from Michael Thomas, and a steal as well. Bahamas out at the races, and back-to-back dunks for the Bahamian team. And just like that, the Bahamas tie the game, 28. 28, what a game we've got. Bahamas haven't just turned up to make the numbers up, that's for sure. Baseline drive, stolen away. It's going to be a hard hustle. It's going to remain USA ball as Thurman hits the ground hard. Look at this pass, and look at this finish. A reverse alley-oop. Tell me that's not going to be top of the highlight reel as we see the very next play. Another transition from the Bahamas. Finished with some flourish as well. Coach Prunty, plenty for him to be considering right now. USA are going to make a change as Boone comes into the action. Out comes Thurman. Johnson's also come into play. Into the corner. Graham hits the triple from the corner. Bridgewater crossing up. Isaiah Thomas on his way to the basket. Looks like he's hurt himself though. Holding on to his right foot by the looks of it. That's not a good sign for the Bahamas. He is coming back to his feet though. Almost too quick for his own feet in that situation. Trying to shake Isaiah Thomas. Coach Prunty wanting a quick word with his starting guard. Bridgewater hits the first of his 2 free throws. This is the second, but the rebound falls into the hands of Thompson. Munnings open for 3, misses. Nesbitt fights for the rebound though, goes strong. Basket's waved away, travelling violation called on David Nesbitt. USA will hold on to their 2-point lead, but they're being put through the ringer at the moment. Isaiah Thomas now advances it up over the half. Roll between Matthias. Oh, and hits the 3. Josh Boone rolled to the basket for him. Matthias said, nah, I don't need you. Puts up a beautiful shot. 7 points personal for Dakota Matthias. Bridgewater for 3. Off left. Rebound falls into the hands of Graham. A little bit heavy on the outlet pass. Johnson can't quite hold on to that one. USA lead by 5. Under 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Taylor trying to fight his way to the basket, shaking up Matthias. A little back to the basket shimmy. Not enough, but stolen away. Isaiah Thomas hands it to Bridgewater. Makes him pay fully. Bahamas back to within 3. They're not stepping away. Another steal for Bridgewater. The youngster is taking Isaiah Thomas to school, but Isaiah Thomas quickly returns the favour. These 2 guards going at it head to head. Oh, rejected by Bridgewater, and he shouts him down as he does so. Thomas for 3. In and out, and he ties the game with the triple. Michael Thomas. What a play by the Bahamas. Wonderful to see them taking it straight to the USA. Matthias hands it off. Back to Joe Johnson, shot clock at 4. Drives inside, puts it high off the glass, gets his own rebound, and the putback. 2 Bahamas players left on the floor in his wake. And that's the sheer strength of the man. He claims USA's lead. Foul's going to be called on Josh Boone. Here's the block by Bridgewater. Look at him roar. Means a lot to him. And if anything, it means a lot to him due to the fact that Isaiah Thomas is one of the better players on the planet in the grand scheme of things. Good rejection by Matthias. Sean Taylor not having it all his own way today. One of the key players for the Bahamas, though. There's no 2 ways about that. Averaging 14.5 points a game to Sean Taylor. Barber's come into the game for the USA, replacing Isaiah Thomas. Thompson now. Step back, crossover, trying to find some space. One-footed fade away. It's a tough one to execute. Fails to do so this time. Good move to the basket. Davion Graham getting his just desserts. A strong fundamental play. Aggressive, direct basketball. Shot goes up from Taylor. He's trying to force things a little bit at the moment, trying to get himself a rhythm. It's going to be a USA, or is it a Bahamas ball? It's going to be a Bahamas ball on the sideline. And Deshaun Taylor just slightly trying to force it, trying to get his own rhythm going. Not necessarily what his team need him to do at the moment. They maintain possession though. Munnings pulls up, short two, too short. Rebound is won by Mackey though, and Bahamas will go again. Smith, crossover. The defense holds true. Bridgewater for three, too heavy, and Josh Boone will once again pull down the rebound, his third of the evening. Under 4 minutes to play now in the first half, and this first half has flown by, to be fair. Joe Johnson going up against Smith. Hands it off to Barber. Barber floats inside, off the glass for two. Ideally, he would have gone to his left hand. Instead, try to reverse it out on the right. Manages to get the play to execute. A high difficulty degree, though, but at the other end of the floor, Mackey goes to work and gets the two. Bahamas back to within 4 points. It's at Barber now. To Graham. Graham comes up short. Bahamas, nice outlet pass, but too heavy from Bridgewater. Sean Taylor was never going to catch that one. Brandon Bass is going to come onto the floor now for the USA. Boone heads to the bench. 36-year-old heads out, a 35-year-old heads in. Certainly plenty of experience in that USA roster, that's for sure. Barber now going up against Bridgewater. Joe Johnson. Strong drive to the basket, loses his footing but manages to get the pass away, and the finish for Brandon Bass. Straight into the action and straight onto the scoreboard. He's up to 8 points alongside 2 rebounds, Brandon Bass. Probably been the most influential of the big men in the USA team. Good ball movement by the Bahamas. Selfless play, but the USA defense has reacted well. Turnaround jumper is good. Antoine Smith. And the Bahamas just stay within touching distance of the USA. Joe Johnson just bullying his way to the basket. Draws the foul from Munnings. I think Joe Johnson's slightly frustrated with his team's performance so far, taking it on his own shoulders to get the job done. Davion Graham heads to the bench, and James Nunnally comes in to take his place for the USA. Joe Johnson rattles home the first of his 2. And what do you say about Joe Johnson? 1,276 games in the NBA. From 2001 to 2018, a 7-time NBA All-Star. That's the caliber of the player on show. And you can see no matter what age you get to, bearing in mind he's 39, the competitive spirit does not fade. He is here to win. Every possession he wants to win. Smith, no good with the jump, and Mathias with the defensive board. Good rebound of the game for Dakota Mathias. Johnson now into the corner. Nunnally nails the 3. And the USA just see a little bit of clear water between themselves and the Bahamas of play. And if they let him get to the middle, then they've got problems. They need to push him to the side, not let him just penetrate down the middle of the paint. Let's see if the Bahamas are able to do it, because saying it's one thing and doing it's another. Bridgewater now to Thompson. Feeds the low post, well established, deep down. The left hand not soft enough from Kenton Smith though. Mathias feeds Johnson inside, and Munnings is left with no option but to foul him. Johnson beat him down the floor. Munnings picks up another foul. Bahamas now in the penalty. Second personal foul on Munnings. Johnson hands it into Bass. What a combination that is. Brandon Bass now going up against Thompson. Oh, a little pivot step, and look at the play. Bass can't get it to go, but it was that little jab step. Completely opened Michael Thompson up. Left the lane open. Isaiah Thomas on the bench there. Whether he's on the floor or on the bench, wants his team to win. He's giving all he can. Bass hits the first of his two. Played for 6 different NBA franchises in his NBA career before heading over to China in 2017. It's the second as well. 11-point lead for the USA now. And from Bahamas' point of view, they can't let that lead extend much further if they want the big upset here today. Carey brings it up over the half for the Bahamas. Thompson now looking to drive his way past Johnson to the basket, goes high off the glass, nothing's there for him. USA out at the break now. Johnson, quick skip, good ball movement. Mathias for three. Wonderful fluid team offense from the USA, and the game is starting to tilt firmly in their favor. Nice change of direction by Bridgewater, but the shot is heavily contested, and Joe Johnson once again scoops up the rebound. 6 rebounds for Johnson now. Got the isolation he wanted. The double team's got to come across. Otherwise, he's going to score 99 times out of 100. You can't let Joe Johnson ISO and bully ball his way to the basket. It's just upper body strength is just too much for the Bahamas to cope with on a straight one-to-one defense situation. Bridgewater, nice crossover. Certainly got a handle on him, the young man. Oh, and he gets the score and the foul. Bridgewater is at the line for his bonus free throw. Misses it, and that will be the end of the first half. And an interesting first half of action. It's not been all USA. We're underway here, third quarter action. AmeriCup 2022 qualifier between the Bahamas and the USA. USA lead by 14 at the half break. Bahamas, though, straight back into the action. Joe Johnson with yet another rebound to start the second half of action. That takes him up to 9 rebounds so far. Real leadership role Joe Johnson has taken. Steps inside, floats it up for Josh Boone. Josh Boone is pushed in the back, though. Can't get the score. We'll head to the free throw line instead to get the 2. That one chalked up on Munnings, I think. It's his 3rd personal foul of the game as well, which is a worry. Munnings certainly was a hot ticket in the first half. 10 points to his name. Boone at the line for 2 free throws. Comes up short with the first of his 2. And the second as well. Boone won't be happy. Missing both free throws. Bridgewater now. Thompson's got the mismatch he wanted against Isaiah Thomas. Thomas is going to get called for the foul. He's had his entire career, Isaiah Thomas, though. People trying to mismatch him and isolate him in the low post. Uses undersize against him. So Isaiah Thomas coming in at just 175 high. Thompson's 2 meters. Thompson's now Uses the Nesbitt screen, drives inside, right hand floater's going to be an offensive foul. Good stand by Matthias. He'd set himself pretty early, and Thompson didn't adjust and just ploughed through him. A conversation between Isaiah Thomas and Coach Prunty. Interesting to see whether Isaiah Thomas's strategy of using the 2 games this weekend for the USA as a shot window for an NBA contract pay off. I hope so. He's a talented player that you'd love to see back at the highest levels. Oh, good follow in the end by Munnings. On a win if you see a player, one of your teammates have to leave the game like that. The play must continue, and USA now have even more reason to win for their fallen teammate. Isaiah Thomas now hands it off to Boone. A little 2-man game at the top for the USA. Thomas floats inside and it's deadly. Once you give him that slight slither of a lane to drive down, he's tough to stop, even undersized. Finds a way. There's the mismatch, well used by the Bahamas. Munnings capitalizes and floats off the glass for 2. Munnings now up to 12 points for himself alongside 14 points alongside 3 rebounds. Thomas hits another jumper, and this is what he did in the first quarter as well. He came alive really quickly, got himself 9 points in next to no time at all. He's up to 14 points personal now. Nesbitt nails the 3, and Bahamas continue to refuse to go away. The thing you have, though, is it's not on the offensive end that the Bahamas are struggling. They're just struggling to stop the USA dictating their terms on the other end of the floor. This time they do, though. The USA shot comes up short. Tough move to the basket, and if anything, that's a get-out-of-jail-free card, as Munnings really does probably regret that move. That was never going to go in, and Josh Boone fouling him just enables him to escape. Munnings at the line for 2 free throws now. Second team foul of the quarter for the USA. Bahamas also have 2 team fouls. Munnings up to 16 points, leading all scorers at the moment. Thomas turns the corner, drives to the basket, can't get the score this time though. It's a little bit rusty if you have to be honest about Isaiah Thomas. Matthias is fouled by Deshaun Taylor. It's going to be called an unsportsmanlike foul as well, I think. Let's have a look. Yep, I think so. It's going to send Matthias to the line for 2 shots. And that's the kind of move that we're used to seeing from Isaiah Thomas. That one as well. A sweet, sweet stroke from the point guard. Matthias at the line for the 3 throw, no good. As Taylor was called for an unsportsmanlike foul. USA will get possession on the side as well. Sideline possession for the USA after Dakota Matthias misses both his 3 throws. Not what you'd expect. Isaiah Thomas, just a jab steps, opens up the entire lane for him. Pulls up for the 3 and is off target. Munnings now takes the jumper and nails the jumper. Just a 2 though, over the line. He's up to 17 points now though, Travis Munnings. Fade away from Joe Jordan, and that's just an automatic. Sorry, Joe Johnson, that's an automatic for a player of Johnson's caliber. That really is, you can't give him that space. Something that he has run in the practice gym over and over. The pass out to Matthias, gets the 2 and draws the foul. Dakota Matthias doing a great job. And if we talk about shop windows, maybe this is a player that's using it to its fullest potential here. He's up to 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists in 16 minutes of action. It's a replay of the Joe Johnson fadeaway jumper. Poetry in motion. Player at that level performing such a difficult skill, so easily done. But yeah, as I was saying, Dakota Matthias in the shop window has played in the NBA, 8 games for Philadelphia, but has kind of been on the edge, on the fringe of proceedings. The 25-year-old, I'm sure he'll be trying to use this as well to get himself a call up to the big show. Both teams making changes. Both teams making sure they're using their rosters fully, and that's important in these qualification windows with multiple games. You know, as much as you want to win the game in front of you, there's a consideration around the next game that's coming. Good defense by Matthias, but can't tap it back to his own teammate. Bahamas will go again. Drives inside. Taylor can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound though, but this time, as you would expect, it's pulled down once again. This time by Joe Johnson. Shot goes up, and the Bahamas at the moment are not taking the easy shots, and Cat Barber has taken a shot to the line. Will go Rashard James. Misses the first of his 2 free throws, taking them obviously in lieu of Cat Barber. USA not shooting brilliantly from the free throw line, 7 from 13 so far this evening, make that 8 from 14. You'd expect a higher percentage from the caliber of roster they've brought together. Lead by 15 now. Munnings feeds the low post. Sean Taylor looking to go to work against Matthias. Nice little step back, real control, body control there from Sean Taylor. Rashard Jones now being guided by Bridgewater. Matthias, nice pass inside, but stolen away. Good hands from the Bahamian defense. Goes up for the jumper, no good, but it's a smart move because the Bahamas had locked out the paint for the offensive glass. There's a bit now, back in Matthias to the basket. Matthias steps out the way, smart move, pulls a chair on him. Johnson's going to get called for the foul. Probably going to be an unsportsmanlike, I think. I'm not sure he particularly went for the ball. Let's have a look what the call is. Let's have a look. Nesbitt trying to back his way to the basket. He didn't play for the ball, that's for sure. Just grabbed the arm and pulled him down. But a regular foul called. Munnings at the line for 2 shots. It's the first of his 2. Certainly been an impressive performance from Travis Munnings. He's averaging 13 points, 2.5 rebounds per game across these qualifiers. This is his 3rd game in the America Cup qualifiers. Munnings up to 18 points now. Matthias catch and shoot for the 3. A little heavy-handed, but the long rebound cannot be controlled by the Bahamas. Goes into the hands of Bass. Nunnally, not the wisest of shots. No, USA players almost inside the 3-point line, let alone the paint, to rebound that one. Bridgewater now looks to thread the eye of the needle, but it's a misguided pass. Bass out in transition. Hands it off. Strong move by James Nunnally. Draws the foul. Go to the line. Move to the basket. But he saw all the way through. Great concentration to finish that last play off. It's the bonus. Takes his personal tally to 12, and the USA out to a 15-point lead. Munnings to the basket. Blocking foul's going to be called. This time on Rashard James is inside the restricted area. Coach Prunty was jumping up and down on the sidelines for a travelling violation. Officials didn't call it. He's still frustrated. Let's have a look at the replay. I'm not sure I saw the travel myself. Coach Prunty was pretty convinced though. Munnings back at the line. Something I've said quite a few times tonight already. Certainly has a great way of getting himself to the free throw line, and if you can hit 2 from 2, it's a great tactic to have. 19 points personal now for Travis Munnings. Doing a great job for the Bahamas as they sit into a 3-2 zone now. Let's see what the USA do against the zone. They won't be that used to playing against it. That's how to do it if you're Brandon Bass. Just shoot over the top of it. Certainly one way of breaking a zone. Interesting to see how they play against it, though. As you see, Kat Barber's back on the floor after the knock to the face. That's good to see. Munnings puts the 3 up. Rebound falls to the hands of Nesbitt. Shot's too heavy for Mackey, and USA will come away with it. Barber now coast to coast, put some brakes on that one. Rashard James, a little step back jumper, no good. Bridgewater for the Bahamas. Mackey open for 3. Another rebound for the Bahamas at the moment. The USA really not looking after their own boards. And once again, it's Munnings with the score. Now up to 22 points along with 6 rebounds, Travis Munnings. And we've still got nearly 30 minutes of action to go. This is a big night for him. Barber. And the USA offensively at the moment are a bit stagnant. Joe Johnson, no good. Rebound. Nunnally is good, a smile on his face as he hits the floor. Foul called, and Nunnally will head to the free throw line again.
Third, personal foul number 10, David Nesbitt.
Nesbitt was blown for the foul.
Number 15, Christian Thurman.
As you see, Thurman back into the action for the USA. Gets the lucky roll on his first free throw attempt. The USA have done a good job at keeping the Bahamas just at arm's length throughout this third quarter. Obviously, ideally from their perspective, they'd like to have blown the game out and clinched the win within this third quarter. As we see Isaiah Thomas sitting on the bench, and he's shown glimpses of the absolute all-star superstar that we've known to love in this game. He'll be hoping those glimpses across this weekend will be enough to get him that NBA contract and put him in a good position to be the great player that we all know he is. Hopefully some GMs are watching in and willing to go all in on Isaiah. Lob pass is thrown. Unfortunately, Marion Miller wasn't up for the lob pass. Barber now. Slides inside to the basket. The defense is good though. Kentuan Smith just standing straight and retreating well. James for 3. Nails the big 3 from the top of the arc. And as I say, USA just starting to open the lead back out as we enter the final 100 seconds of this third quarter. Stolen away by Barber. Can he stay in bounds? He can, but he can't get it back to a USA player. So Bridgewater will get the easiest 2 of the night. He's double digits now, 11 points for Bridgewater. USA's lead at 16. Shot clock at 10. Thurman to the basket. Throws it straight out of bounds. Almost takes one of the Bahamas players' heads off on the bench. And this is the trouble you have, really, bringing their roster together like the USA do. Almost new faces every qualification window. Just takes a bit of time for them to gel, to read each other's games. 10th turnover of the game for the USA. Bridgewater drives the baseline, steps in, tries to put it up high. But the defense from Bass is enough to, you know, affect the shot path, that's for sure. And it'll be a USA ball. Furman inbounds it to Barber. Last minute now of this third quarter. USA leading by a healthy 16 points. Bass to Rashard James. USA looking pretty fluid on the offensive end. Some timing issues on their rotations. Shot goes up by Barber. It's off target, and Davario Miller pulls down the rebound. Munnings to Miller. Almost stolen away by Barber, but the foul is called. Miller will head to the line for 2 free throws. Texas A&M graduate. First foul called on Cat Barber. Both teams now fully in the bonus. Not that it really matters with 31.1 seconds remaining in the quarter. Miller hits the first of his 2 free throws. 3 points personal for him, alongside 4 rebounds in his first qualifier for this AmeriCup 2022. About a 6 or 7 second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, so Bahamas will get possession back, that's for sure. Barber now to Bass. Once again, the USA look a little bit stagnant. Shot clock at 3. Thurman's got to put something up. He's not going to get it away, and he doesn't. It's a shot clock violation. 5.5 seconds remaining. And the USA looking very stagnant on the offensive end. You see Joe Johnson in the background just blowing his cheeks out in frustration. His teammates aren't getting the job done as well as they should be at this point. See Isaiah Thomas just chomping at the bit to get back on the floor. Shot goes up. No good from Kenton Smith. And that will be the end of the action here in the third quarter. USA will be happy that they've... Fourth quarter action underway here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. AmeriCup 2022 qualifier between the Bahamas and the USA. 10 minutes to play. USA lead by 14. Isaiah Thomas turns the ball over again. He's certainly not had the glamorous night many of us were expecting or he was hoping for. Nesbitt goes strong to the basket, gets his own rebound, but has it stripped away. A bit of a scramble, but Munnings comes away with it. Smith for 3. Great start to the fourth quarter for the Bahamas. They're within 11. Can they create a fairy tale? Isaiah Thomas misses the mid-range jumper. Mathias is going to get called for the foul, is he? Or is it Davario Miller? Miller, in fact, is called for the offensive foul. Overzealous trying to lock Mathias down in the low post. Let's have a look if we can. And that's the 3 from Kenton Smith to start the quarter. Leaves it hanging up there a little bit. Shot goes up from James, no good. Rebound pulled down by Smith. The Bahamas at the moment looking like the better team. Not the best team, but the better team. The way they're playing the game, they're being a little bit more selfless than they have been in the rest of the game so far. Munnings now feeds it off to Smith. Step back 3, a little bit late on the release. Meant that it was going to be challenged. USA come away with it. There's the lob pass inside to Boone. Wonderful vision by Isaiah Thomas. Josh Boone, the lucky recipient for the 2 off the glass. Just his first assist of the game for Isaiah Thomas, but the big 3 rains down, and the Bahamas will not go away. 3 from 6 from range for Nesbitt now. Straight out of bounds from Isaiah Thomas, and it's going to be a Bahamas ball. Another turnover for Isaiah Thomas. Certainly not the best of nights in controlling possession. 5th turnover of the night for Thomas. 13th turnover of the game for the USA as a team. I'm sure Coach Prunty will be having conversations about that after the game. USA now only lead by 10. Nesbitt hands it off to Smith. Smith drives strong to the basket. It's almost stolen away by Thomas. It is stolen away by Matthias, though. Munnings couldn't hold on to it. There, Thomas drives to the basket. Foul's going to be called. This time on Deshaun Taylor. Just that quick first step was enough to get Isaiah Thomas clear. 3rd foul on Deshaun Taylor. 2nd team foul of the quarter for the Bahamas as well. Joe Johnson for 3. Oh, string music from Johnson on the wing. And he continues to do exactly what his team needs him to do. 11 points, 9 rebounds for Joe Johnson. Well, with the hammer, throws down the 2-handed jam. Just an explosive move to the basket. And finished with authority. Johnson, another 3. Comes up short this time. Boone outstretched but can't grab the rebound. Nesbitt draws the foul from Boone. Just the slightest hint of the jump shot going up. You'll say plenty of highlights of their own as well throughout the game. And the Bahamas caused the upset, though. They trail by 11, 6.5 minutes to play. They've got time, they've got the talent. Shot is short. Rebound eventually going to fall into the hands of Nunnally. Stolen away, another turnover for Isaiah Thomas, number 6 of the night. Frustrated at himself, you can see it. Munnings, short. Rebound eventually into the hands of Boone. Sign of ring rust potentially for Isaiah Thomas. Nunnally hits the 3 from the corner, though, and you see the shrug from Coach Bolay. The USA lead is back up to 14. Munnings picked up his dribble, so he's going to have to find a way out, and he does. Smith for 3. Not this time. Good rebound, though, by Nesbitt. He'll put the 3 up and hits the 3. David Nesbitt. Up to 12 points now, David Nesbitt. Isaiah Thomas forcing the matter. Gets himself to the basket for the score. And you can see what he's trying to say. He's trying to get himself into the game. An awful looking shot from the Bahamas there. Into the hands of Thomas. The 3 goes up, and string music for Isaiah Thomas. A quick 5 points for the Americans. See, there's a bit of ring rust around it as well. 6 turnovers in the game so far. But that said, it's alongside 19 points, so it's tough to put too much criticism at his door. Munnings now kicks it out. Bridgewater off left, and Isaiah Thomas picks it up. Out at the races against Thompson. Doesn't get the 2. It forces the matter enough that Matthias can pick up the easy follow for 2 of his own, and the USA lead now out to 18. At what point is this insurmountable for the Bahamas? Can't be far off now. A win, they'd need to be near perfect in the final 4 and a bit minutes. Nesbitt hands it off to Munnings. Out to Thompson, off short, into the hands of Nesbitt. Drops in the 2. David Nesbitt had a tough start to the game, but he's warmed up to 14 points. He's a rebound away from a double-double as well. A 16-point lead for the USA now. Joe Johnson fade away with the 2. Comes up short. Thias is going to get called for the foul. Matthew hits the deck. In fact, he'll head to the bench. Tavares Miller comes back into the action. Second foul on Mathias. Second team foul of the quarter for the USA. Bahamas 2 team fouls as well, so no real foul trouble in this quarter for either team. We're into the final 3.5 minutes of the game. Bridgewater against Thomas, pulls up short for the 2, doesn't get the roll. The USA will come away with it. Strong crossover move by Mathias. Oh, nice little switch back on the pivot. Doesn't focus in on the final product and comes up short. Bridgewater against Thomas, up and under, rejected by Joe Johnson. It'll be a USA ball under the baseline. Mismatch that they wanted, they've got. The doubles had to come across and they've swapped out. Johnson going to work, hands it off to Mathias. Mathias with a step back, that's a tough 2. Had to get it away as the shot clock was running out though. The Bahamas defense holds strong.
Bahamas enters number 12, Smith.
Anton Smith back into the game. As we have 2:21 left on the game clock. USA pretty much have secured the win. It's getting close to that stage, but the win isn't what the USA are here for. There's a lot more going on for the players as individuals and as a roster under the leadership of coach Joe Prunty. Good ball movement here by the Bahamas. Bridgewater for 3, and they move the ball so well. But the USA quickly break it down, and an easy 2 for James Nunnally. We're into the final 2 minutes of the game. As for the Bahamas, a loss here tonight was obviously expected as a travelling violation is going to be called on Bridgewater. A loss was expected here tonight. They know that their destiny isn't about the result here this evening with regards to AmeriCup 2022. Their destiny will lie on their final game of qualification tomorrow against Puerto Rico on this floor. And at some point soon, their attention will turn to that fact. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Boley changes out anything, mixes anything up, give players a little bit of extra rest. Brandon Bass now going up against Miller. Miller taking him on the chest. Bass loses possession. Great defense by Tavares Miller in the end. Just bodied up with Brandon Bass. Not an easy job. Kentuan Smith comes up short with the right-handed hook shot. Isaiah Thomas has got the mismatch he wanted. Puts up the 3. In and out with the 3. Bridgewater pushes the ball hard. Smith for 3. He's off right. Foul's going to be blown. Clarity. Baseline ball for the USA as Isaiah Thomas checks out of the game, probably for the final time tonight. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, just shy of 22 minutes of action. He'll be frustrated with the turnovers that he's had. But he's certainly put in a good performance and shown glimmers of the old Isaiah Thomas that most basketball fans around the world know and love, as we see Cat Barber just dribble himself out of the floor. Final minute of action here now in Puerto Rico between the Bahamas and the USA. As I say, minds will no doubt be starting to move towards their games tomorrow. USA wanting to close out a perfect qualification campaign, while the Bahamas know that their fate will rest on the result tomorrow. Kenton Smith now scoops up the loose ball. About 12-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Bridgewater holds on to the possession, pulls up, short range 2, drops the 2, earns himself a trip to the free throw line. That young man has done himself no damage in his performance here this evening.
First, personal foul number 6, Jordan Seager.
13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Dominic Bridgewater. Connects with the bonus as well. Cat Barber to the basket, hands it off. Tavaria Miller called for the foul, as Chris Daniels is in the action for the first time. 36-year-old getting his first taste of the action. It's a free throw. Daniels played in Korea, China, Lebanon, Philippines. A well-travelled basketball player playing in some great leagues around the world. Misses the second of his free throws. Final few seconds of the game here now in San Juan. Kenton Smith, step back 3, goes up, and he's an air ball. And that will be the last action of the game here. Isaiah Thomas